You, what going
Yes,
on? What going
sir.
on?
Okay, now,
Welcome to a
okay, now.
live streamed episode of A Different Day. Today we have St. Domian talent all throughout the place. We'd like to introduce Mr. A.Z.I. Can you go ahead and introduce yourself to the people, please?
Well, yeah. St. John in the building. You don't know what's going on. Artist, songwriter, producer, and we just there for a vibe. You know what I mean? Sharing the vibe, spreading the vibe. Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Thanks for coming through. We appreciate you. I'm sure that you're a busy guy. You just dropped this is your first album, is that correct?
Yes. The first one. The first one.
Very
Whew.
first album. So thank you. How long was this in the making?
5 years.
5 years. What
Five.
what what took so long, sir? What took so long?
Okay,
We
so let
gotta
me tell
know.
you what happened, right? Let me tell you what
Okay.
happened, right? It started in 2020, and of
Mm,
course, that was around the pandemic time,
for sure.
and so a lot of changes happening. And imagine like 2021 rolls around, and you're like 85% done with the project, and then your hard drive crashes,
Oh, with
and you
everything?
lose, and you lose almost everything. So I
Oh,
had to like rebuild all the beats, re-record all the vocals,
oh
all
my
that
God.
stuff, and then my computer had crashed, so I had
Damn.
to get a whole new computer, buy the same plugins for the instruments and stuff that I had, and yeah, so that's
Oh
really
my
what
God.
took most of the time.
Okay.
And then of
So it
course
wasn't
in
that
that
you were just
process,
procrastinating. It was just bad things happening.
yeah, and of course in that process too, like you having different experiences, so creating new songs to add to it as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I listened to it the whole thing through today, and man, it's a vibe. It has 11 songs on it, and I'd be so glad because it seemed like we started getting a lot of artists on here. It used to be mostly entrepreneurs and business people showcasing their business, but now we're getting a lot more music, and I've been kind of nervous
Mm.
because you get that artist that's like you terrible, but you can't say that. So I really appreciate you guys bringing actual great music.
Thank you. Yeah,
The
it's been
the
a long time
album,
coming.
it has, and you put the work in, and we could tell for sure, for sure. So
Thank
the
you.
album is called Conditional.
Yeah.
Where'd you come up with that?
All right, so I can tell you a little bit about me, right?
All right.
Personally, I like concept albums, right? I don't like the albums that feel like you just throw a whole heap of singles on there, the stuff that's on the radio, and then that's it. I don't like that stuff. So I kind of wanted to put together songs that have some kind of like common thread. Um, and so the project is based off of this idea or this conversation. Is love conditional? Is it supposed to be unconditional? So then, kind of throughout the project, you have different songs that address, I guess, situations that kind of test that.
So I was listening to it, and let me know if I'm wrong. So I listened to it obviously from back to front, and
Yeah.
it starts off in what seems like your wait in the waiting room of a therapist. Like there's a new thing, you sound kind of shaky, kind of anxious too, and they call you in the back, and then it goes into the intro, which is
Right.
is dope. So that's what's going on. This is your therapy.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
So I wanted to use the idea of therapy as a connecting thread between all the songs on the project, and then also as a way to kind of create that conversation. Therapy is known as like a safe space to have those conversations, and so I kind of wanted to use that to, I guess, be symbolic of that.
So the cover art Is that the therapist couch? Is that where you are?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So I did catch the theme. I was paying attention. That's good. That's good. I rock with it. I vibe out with it. It seems like how old are you?
I am in my 30s. Let's just say that.
Okay, like I thought you were younger. Um so the vibe is very old school, and I don't mean 30s. I mean like you in your 40s or something. It's very
Mm,
old school. And
yeah.
like you know how these days, for some reason, which I'm not really a fan of, songs are
Mm,
short. They're like a minute and a half or less. You
right.
like you really get into the song. You have a chance to actually like the entire song and listen to the lyrics before it cut out, which I like. And then on one of the songs, I think it's Selfish. Like you really just let the instrumentals go, which I ain't heard in a minute.
Yeah. So that's kind of you touching on the idea behind it, right? So for me, I grew up with a ton of influences from like Motown all the way up to like um, some of this drill music, like a bunch of different things. And so, I keep hearing from other artists like we don't hear bridges anymore. We don't hear like outros and intros and these kind of elements that we used to like in music anymore. So I definitely wanted to incorporate a lot of that stuff. And I do, well, I have been told that I have an old soul as well. So I guess that plays a part into it too. So it
The
all
the
comes
album
together.
the album didn't feel old. You know what I'm saying? Like you could tell that this is a new school person doing it, but it had the vibes. Like you mixed everything so well and it intertwined. Like on one of the songs, you're talking in your accent and it feel kind of reggae-ish, but it also feels like jazz lounge-ish. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I think you did an amazing job, for real, for real. Like that's not just
thank you.
me talking. Yeah,
Thank you.
man. Now, can you tell the people some background, like where'd you get your start in music? Did you come up a music nerd, or how this come about?
Cool. All right. So I started playing steel guitar when I was 5 with the Love City Pan Dragons, Love City Baby Dragons. Started learning keyboards, piano at 12. Um, and then I also started production around like 15 or so. If I don't know who remember, but like back in the day when they had the Speak Your Piece um, compilation with the songs against gun violence, like I was a part of that as well. And so all these experiences just kind of culminated into who I am. And I'm always experimenting. Like some of the tracks on the album, um, I'm kind of playing the guitar. I don't know how to play the guitar, but I know how to layer stuff and just kind of make it work as well. So it's just a mixture of influences: classical music, jazz, soca, R&B, and I think I try to put all that stuff in there.
Yeah, and it's in there. Like I was really writing out, and I was impressed by the way that you blended again everything. Like you mixed everything together very well. So that's why I say it doesn't feel like it's an old album, because they weren't doing it like this before. But the
Right.
instrumentality is in there, and you're a crooner, man. You're the second crooner, and then you got a song on there with another crooner, Ibari. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
okay, like
Yeah.
you hit notes for real. There ain't no out of tune vibes. I could dig it.
I mean, they have a little attitude, but not to the point where it's like a crutch.
Yeah. So throughout the album is auto tune, or am I tripping, or just a few of the songs?
No, throughout the whole album. But I
Okay.
think I think when people hear autotune, they think like you can't sing, you can't do this and that, and you need it.
Mm.
It's just like a little extra, like a polish, like so, like a little topping
All
on
right.
top, little extra season. I think some people use it in a way that they don't preserve their sound.
Mm.
So I try to keep my sound in there as well.
Where did you get the name A.Z.I from? Where did that come from?
Whew. All right. So my middle name is A.Z.I, and so growing up with a name like that, everybody used to be like, "Wait, what? Your name is what?" And so when I was younger, it was kind of like one of those things where it's like, oh gosh, why have this name? But then as you grow older and you learn the meaning of it and some of the history behind it, then you start to, gain more respect and grow into your own. And then I kind of adapted that. And so one of my cousins, when we were smaller, she used to tell everybody like, his name is A.Z.I, A.Z.I, A.Z.I. And so, kind of playing on that concept, I just kind of went with that name and just take off the last two letters. But pretty much that's the story behind it.
So, thank you, because I was wondering, like, because your name, your first name is Zaid, right?
Yeah.
So I was wondering if maybe that was a play on that, or I don't know. I was wondering if you answered a personal question. Thank you. Now let's start getting into this album review. So I got the intro. If you want to intro the intro, because it does it well, because the intro really does like set the tone for the rest of the album. I've stopped listening to albums because the intro was trash. So please go ahead and intro this before we run it.
All right, so boom, the intro is called Conditional, title track. So of course it sets the tone for the album, like Jaja said. We wanted to create the space, create the environment, make you feel like you're in the room as these conversations are happening through music. And yeah, we do that through sort of a skit, sort of the sound design and the lyrics as well.
All right, we gonna run this now. Keep in mind, this is a album review. We're giving you snippets and bits and pieces. You want to hear the whole thing? Go buy it. Don't even go straight. Go buy it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and run that there right now. Here we go. It's the Conditional intro.
A.Z.I,
That's me.
tell me, what brings you here today?
I feel like I'm running in circles. Nothing seems to last these days. Who hurt you? Take a look at the mess you've made. I get in my own way. Sometimes, yes, I take all the blame. It's mine. I want it all. Love, trust, reciprocal. Don't wanna be chasing waterfalls. I need an answer when I call.
Just a snippet.
So there's a piece of the intro, right? What were you going for as far as like you get called back? You gonna what? Like you were just going straight to bearing your soul to the doctor, or what were we doing in the room?
Yeah, just kind of bearing your soul. I feel like, and again, this ties into some of the songs. There's always this conversation about like going to see the therapist and mental health and all these things. And I feel like, especially as man, we don't necessarily have a lot of these conversations.
Okay.
And so what happens is a lot of things get bottled up inside. And I wanted it to feel like a stream of consciousness. This is how I feel. Boom, all at once, explosion.
So, like when he called you back, well, you'll have to listen to the whole thing, go buy the album. When I was listening to it, right, like I sensed trepidation, I sensed anxiety and stuff in your voice, which I'm sure that was a part of it. You played into that.
Yeah.
So why did you choose to go this route instead of like I gonna ease into it? You know what I'm saying? Because you could have did that too.
Part of it is I feel like I want to, how to explain it. First of all, I feel like the first track needs to hit you.
Yes.
It needs to
Right.
make you ask the questions like who, what, where, when, why, all of that. Or else you ain't gonna wanna listen. Again, like I said earlier, I didn't want to just create like a collection of singles. So I wanted to create an experience, you know? And so when you watch a TV series and you watch the first episode, what's that thing that gonna make you want to be like, wow, I gotta see the second episode, man? What going on here? You know?
Facts. Yeah, I got you. No, you had mentioned that people tend to lose their sound. Up until now, and this album, what is the A.Z.I sound, you think?
I think it's a mixture of R&B, mostly dancehall. Then you also have some slight influences from soca and jazz and classical in there. It's like a color loop, but at
Like
the
that.
base, imagine like the okra and the spinach is like the R&B.
Okay, I like that. I like that. You gotta use that. No, you don't. Answer that question next time. I like that. Then A says, "Yeah, this my music fire. Shouts out to West Girl Post. Have a new fan." Jesse Clark, another crooner. Whole album is a vibe.
Big up Jesse. Big artist. Big
Yeah.
artist.
Yes, A.Z.I. Album is a masterpiece for real. You and Kita album, man. Yeah.
Kita, big up yourself. Yeah.
Wait, but Kita wasn't on the album. I just think, what going on there?
Not this time, man. Not this time. But she definitely listen. I got big up Kita, man. Cause she definitely been like the sounding board for a lot of it, you know? Like I feel like every artist have the one or a few people who, you know, you work on every little change on every little track, you be like, all right, this is version number 25. You could listen to this, tell me what you think. Yeah, she's one of them.
That's what's up. She speaks very highly of you. Hey Kita, you're gonna have to, I'm gonna have to explain why this man on your album and you ain't on his. You're gonna have to explain that one then. How that happened? How you end up on To the Moon, but she ain't on not one track? What going on?
Another part of it too is, remember, this project was 5 years in the making too, you know.
True.
So,
True.
but she definitely on some other stuff, you know.
Don't start no controversy. That's my dog. I don't know. Ain't nothing gonna shake I up there. Because that's what happened. She speaks very highly of you. She talks about, needing your vocals and stuff like that there and coming to you for advice when it comes to beats and stuff like that. Matter of fact, I'll try to get a beat from she and then she send me to you.
Wow. Yeah man. Kita solid. Every time.
I go pick up her album as well. I heard that you had some inspiration on the album name for Kita as well.
Oh man, yeah, I'd just hit up and be like, hey, you ever think about doing so and so and so? And then sometimes she just be like, all right, cool, let me try it.
She's very open to trying new things. I still waiting on that Jokey, that Brokey remix. Still waiting on it. Long story, LOL, he get you on that. Yeah, I go ahead and cop Kita Polian's album also. Draft season, keeping it together, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So now the next song we're gonna sample is Holding Back. Can you explain to us an intro that what's that one about?
All right, so Holding Back was a single that I dropped a few years ago, but I wanted to include it in the project. Basically, it's one of those situations where you have to kind of look inside and be like, okay, some of these pieces in place, but like, what holding me back from getting into this relationship or this situation, or having more with this person? Like, am I really holding back? Is there something else in a way? So
that's real. That's real. With
Yeah.
no further ado, we're gonna go ahead and play the song "Holding Back" or a snippet.
In all the many ways you deserve, I'm afraid that I will try to love you and only cause you pain and hurt. But I just keep holding back. Just keep holding back. And I just keep holding back. Just keep holding back. Yeah.
Come on, man. Can we get some fire symbols or something in the chat?
Bam,
please?
bam, bam, bam.
Come on. Did you say I'm afraid that I will try to love you? Is that what I heard? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
That's real. That's real. Can you, explain that? I'm afraid that
Well-
I will try to love you.
And then I continue with, I'm afraid I'll try to love you and only cause you pain and hurt.
Hey, this man, low key, a gallus, right? He's a heartbreaker. I know this a bust chest man, you know. But then
Wow.
you see talk with the music. I don't see it. Please explain.
You gotta be multifaceted in the music, man. You gotta have something for the lovers, something for the people getting over the breakups, the relationships, all that stuff. Like all those experiences are intertwined. So, yeah.
Listen, that line there, I'm afraid that I will try to love you. Listen, if you've ever been scared to be vulnerable, because I think we've all been hurt before at this time, at this age, then you understand what that means. Because, like I said before, being naked with someone is one thing, but being vulnerable is the real nakedness. When you open yourself up to taking damage and showing your weakness, that's real nakedness. And something about that bar just hits like, man, like you're holding back from her, but is it to save her or yourself?
That's the question.
Man. Hey, you see what happened when you actually listen to lyrics?
Yeah, but I feel like that's one of my purposes with the music too, to create those conversations as well.
How does that play out, right? Like I like it. I'm used to it. I'm one of the older guys. I'm used to that. They're like listening to lyrics and really going, like you feeling it because of what's being said. But it seems like we're in a time where people are more going along with the rhythm and the beat and not really listening to what's being said. Or the artist is just kind of, again, like they're depending on auto-tune and they ain't really talking about nothing for real. So how does that play for you?
I think it's a balance between both. Like even now when I listen to older songs that I grew up listening to as a kid, sometimes we don't really know what the lyrics are about. But then when we go back, then it's like, oh, they were talking about, that's why my parents didn't want me singing that song, But when you younger and you hearing these songs, just like, okay, I really like the music behind this. This is catchy, you know what I mean? And I think some of that is still true today. And I think music is a thing where sometimes we have experiences that they bring light to certain lyrics as well. Like you could hear a song today and you'd be like, you go through something and then you play it back and then it's like, oh yeah, okay, I understand.
And it hit different now that you've experienced it. That's real. That's real.
Yeah.
So now when it comes down to the lyrics, how much of this album is you and personal experience? How much is you like, just putting together stuff that you think people will relate to?
Honestly, I don't make music with the intention of relatability though.
Explain.
I just kind of like I don't write stuff and be like, I want people to relate to this. You know,
Okay.
I just kind of have experiences or observations, and then I write based on that. And then I just kind of, you know, share with friends and see how you know what their reaction is to it. And then I feel like if they feel something from it, then maybe I might put it out, that kind of thing. But I don't like sit around and be like, I'm gonna write a song about dogs because they're relatable. No, I don't. No.
All right. So how much of the album is experience from A.Z.I then? All of it?
Maybe like 80-85%.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite track on the album?
That's like asking a parent who is their favorite child.
They gonna lie and say well, they ain't got one. That's what happened.
I don't know how to answer that. Okay, I'll say like depending on the day, I have a different favorite.
Okay.
Because I feel like they bring different vibes. So like today, Selfish is my favorite.
Okay. We could go into Selfish because Selfish, it really gives player like it's really giving like Virgin Islands player Gallus type guy who like, you know what I'm saying? Like I did not expect it from you. And this is the track that impressed me the most when I listened to it. Let me tell you what. Because I told you that because I never heard this side of you first, right? I'm used to Cycles, Thank You, and them kind of vibes. And then you come and then you put, you know, the accent on it. Then it had the girl on there who were like talking her stuff, and you talking back like, man, chill. Like in the middle of the song. And then you let the instrumentals just do their thing for a while. Like it's your hot. Yeah, do your thing. Like that, I really enjoy this song.
Okay, so let me explain some of that, right? Like I say, 80 to 85% of it is personal experience.
Uh-huh.
But as part of the 15 to 20%, that's more like social commentary.
Yeah.
Like I noticed a lot of discussions online to be about the same things.
Right.
And there's always man versus woman, this versus that. You know, is always the same. Who bringing what to the table? All the, you know. So I kind of wanted to play on that and show people what our songs like.
You see, this was one of the he lied. This was one of the tracks he put. This gonna be relatable. He ain't trying to hear it out. He ain't trying to hear that. He know people gonna relate to it to the times we.
It was more like an experiment too. Like, what happens if you kind of like get rid of all the rules? Because a lot of that stuff that's in there is just kind of like, why not? You know, like why not finish it with an instrumental outro?
Yes.
Why not have like a Brazilian voice actor saying this and that? You know, why not have a surprise cameo in the song?
So that's what that was? A Brazilian voice actor?
Yeah.
What?
In the beginning.
Yeah, I gotta play this shit. My boy was rapping on that. He gonna deny it. Is that not what I was? That wasn't what I was?
Mean, chanting, rapping, I don't know, whatever it is.
I've heard chanting referred to by white people as Jamaican rapping. I mean, it kind of tracks. You know what I'm saying? A little bit. It tracks. And Kita was saying that Holding Back has also had a video and tells the story even better. Where would you find that?
On my YouTube channel. So, yeah, and there you see the music video. It's mostly in reverse, actually.
Really? Nice. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
real artists. But we're gonna go ahead and run this tune. I hope y'all like it. Remember, we're playing snippets. Go by the album Conditional.
You're so selfish.
Texting, you can seem to keep that energy. Guessing what we are and where you wanna be. Stressing, I just want some reciprocity. Well, can you give me some consistency? She be like, oh, you see that there? Just want to be back way. Then run for the things that you want say. Fuck a game say you want play. You think this is alright? To run come around when you feel like. Why brought me back with a 2-inch pipe? Can't text back in a daylight. We're just selfish, and we can't help it. We want things our way. Can we mend it? We're not perfect, but is it worth it? What do you want from me? Forget it. You say you want a man with money and time. 6'1", that's funny and fine. Miss, what you have to offer?
Hey, I said, what you got to offer? Kitty and what? Hey, bars.
Yeah, like I say, I've been seeing a lot of these discussions online. It's redundant. Everybody's saying the same thing, and I really wanted to play on that whole back and forth. You know what I mean? Like, this is what a lot of the men them been singing like. This is what a lot of the women them been singing like. And then musically, I just kind of take the piano and the saxophone and just kind of like personify them in a way. So like, imagine the piano represents the woman and the saxophone represents the man.
Okay,
So in the solo at the end, then you could see like they battling, they're fighting for the same space in a way.
See, that puts the instrumental outro into a whole nother perspective. You put a lot of thought into every piece. Does it bother you that a lot of this stuff will go over people's heads?
No.
Okay. But you expect it though.
Some of it, yeah, because I feel like one of the coolest things that I like to do is hear interviews with some of the old school artists, and they explain like the thought process behind so on. And then you kind of have to go back and do some digging and be like, oh, that's what he's talking about, you know? Like certain Easter eggs. I like to put them in there.
So that's kind of like your own little Marvel movie ending.
If you want to call it that, yeah.
Now the music scene, the VI music scene. Can you give us a brief synopsis on the music scene from A.Z.I's eyes? What do you think?
I feel like we have a lot of talented people in different ways, different genres, different sounds, different ages. I feel like we just beginning to hear just a sample of what that even is, you know? And I feel like we're still working some things out as a community as well, you know? Like there's certain sounds that some people will say that they don't like, while, you know, maybe a younger generation might like. I feel like there's something for everybody, you know? Like we have rappers, we have singers, we have dancehall artists, we have people doing all kind of different things.
Do you think there's a way that we could get our voices out in a better way, for lack of a better term? You know what I'm saying? Because we have all those things, but like I've noticed, unless you dominate a particular genre, and I don't even mean that you're really good at it, it just you get the most views and engagement for what you're doing. Like unless you're at the top, like it doesn't even seem like it's balanced. It's talent based at this point. You know what I'm saying? So what do we?
Yeah, I think a big part of that has to do with like social media and the industry on a whole right now. You know, like everybody's trying to figure out how to make it, how to get out there. And I feel like in this day and age, a lot of it is driven by content. So the more that you could get yourself out there, the more engaging the content is. Whether it's, let me use my words wisely. It doesn't necessarily have to like align with anything in particular, but as long as it captures your attention, then you kind of remember that person, especially if they're consistent. And I feel like that's kind of like the name of the game right now, versus where you had more gatekeepers and it was kind of like, this is the barrier to entry, you know?
Would you consider yourself to be a consistent artist?
No. But I think part of that is a little strategic, and part of that is what I'm working on as well. And I'll explain, right?
Okay.
Like I want to be the artist who takes time to craft a great body of work. Like you don't see Adele dropping an album like every year, you know? But when she does, then you're like, whoa, this had a lot of thought into it. This had a lot of intention into it. But I'll also acknowledge that in this social media age, you have to be consistent as well. So working on that, but also, you know, taking time to put the thought, the intention, the creativity into the music as well too, you know. So it's a balance, and I'm trying to find it.
Okay. I totally understand that. Obviously, we're not in the same fields. We're both in entertainment. It could be hard to kind of navigate on both ends, especially on the VI music scene, because I don't know if people are gatekeeping, but it's hard to gauge where your lane is that will hit and still stay true to yourself.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Now, I got another one we can go into. And the thing about this album, this ain't one of those albums where it's like you can't remember the name of the song because the chorus is different from the name. This ain't that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the chorus is holding back, the song is holding back. So, with the next song, we're going to get into In My Own Way. Get it? In My Own Way. Self-explanatory. We're going to run that for you. Give me 1 second. Let me turn this off. All right, here we go. In my own way. Getting in my own way.
Walking, can't take the blame so often I go, tryna be my own damn hero. All the places that I can go, if I just let go. Oh, I get in my own way, I get in my own way, I get in my own way, I get in my own way sometimes. I get in my own way, I get in my own way, I get in my own way, I get in my own way sometimes.
Now, another artist that I think is very talented, extremely talented, and like his music, he has range, he does a lot. A.Z.I is on there. That's another guy that I'm like, damn, y'all should be killing it all over the place. You know what I'm saying? And I've never heard of, was that Slim Watson? I've never heard of that person. So
Slim Watson is a artist. He's originally from Jamaica, based out of here, and it's this track is, I guess, you know how they say like we need to hear more about men's mental health.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why I feel like this track is. So each verse kind of has a different aspect or a different focus on it.
I was really listening to yours, and I'm gonna be honest, I couldn't really follow what Slim Watson was talking about. But I like he came in hard and he put it out there for real, because he comes in basically saying that my name is this, I have these issues, but I'm gonna keep doing it though.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of the most vulnerable voices I've heard from anybody in a while.
Really?
Yeah, especially you don't hear stuff like that from anybody back home, you know.
It's
but
true.
he was just like, yo, this is me, this is my problems, this is why I'm working on blah
Yeah.
blah blah. His voice is epic. But one of my friends was like, yo, after listening to the song, I feel like they say my voice sounds like anxiety. Slim's voice sounds like depression, and Barry's voice sounds like ADHD. And I was like, wow, okay,
Wow.
that kind of makes sense.
That tracks. That tracks. Actually, yeah, damn. Yeah, I need to listen to the whole thing again with headphones on, not in the car. Because sometimes you hear things that you would miss, when you get booming. So I need to go back and do that. But I like that analysis of it. That makes sense.
Yeah,
And that's something that y'all didn't intend.
Nope.
Wow. So we going through this therapy journey, and the more we talk about it, it really is a therapy journey. So do you think that you did what you set out to do?
I believe so. And if I didn't, and there's more to say, then there'll be a follow-up.
A.Z.I is one of the most featured artists in Sand, the web series. Go check out Sand on YouTube. Dope series. Please go ahead and donate to them.
Sand is groundbreaking, man. Sand is
really
groundbreaking. Big up Kevin, big up Joy, big up Jassy, big up Lion, big up the whole crew.
Yeah. Even big up the villain of that story, because he done played the villain very well. I love that.
Yeah, I feel like now we're in a time where we have so many creatives, man, and we just being able to tell our stories, And Sun is another one of those examples.
But it brings us back to what's missing, man? How do we get this stuff out? Because I feel like Sand, the way that it's produced and done, and the soundtrack and all of that stuff, this is top-notch stuff. I should be seeing this on TV already. This should at least be on Netflix by now. So what is it? Something that we as a people are doing wrong? Is it we're not collaborating to a point where our voices are collectively heard? What is the problem?
I think it's just one of those things where quality work, unless it becomes the trending topic, is more so like a slow burn. And in that way, you slowly build loyal audiences, and instead of being okay, this is what everybody talking about today, and then next week nobody talking about it.
That's true.
I feel like that's what's happening, to be honest.
That's very true. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, for real. So big up Team Factornize on creating Sand.
Big them up.
They're very VI, very homegrown. You could tell they feature just every and anybody you could name is I feel like they've been on the show already, except for Same Difference, but we're not going into that. So we're to the part of the journey of your getting in your own way. What were you trying to say on that track, you specifically?
Basically those moments where I just kind of overthinking everything. What is sort of you feel anxious in the moment, or you kind of pessimistic, or trying to save yourself from whatever bad thing you think about to happen. Yeah, that's kind of the mindset behind it.
Is that something that you do for real, in your music even?
Yeah, man, all the time.
How does that affect it?
I think the overthinking is the superpower and the Achilles heel, because the overthinking allows for some of the off-the-wall creative ideas, but then it also kind of makes you question a lot of stuff too. Is this good enough? Is this right? Yeah. Should I even do this here? So it could go either way.
One thing I'll say on overthinking, because I kind of understand it. I don't classify myself as an overthinker. I could be. I don't know. But for overthinking, I would say that we all kind of need to retrain our brains because it's very easy and it's very programmed already into us to speak negatively. We all, I think, have a voice in our head. It might not even be your own. If you think about it, when you hear that negative voice, it could be someone else from your past. So we need to address that voice and learn how to overthink positively, because like it's all learned behavior. The same way you learn to talk negatively and talk yourself out of things, you could speak life into yourself for real the same way.
That's all facts. And it takes practice too, you know?
Exactly.
Like, it ain't gonna just happen tomorrow. You'd be like, you know what? I just got over this. Nah, it's gonna take practice, consistency. But you're right.
And with that practice, I mean, don't, when you slip up and you catch yourself falling into old habits, don't start back from one either. You know what I'm saying? Because we do that too. But yeah. So let's get into this next song on the journey. It's again pretty self-explanatory. The song is called Lust. We have a snippet of the song Lust, which I think, I don't know, some people probably did not expect it, but I like it. It's a vibe also.
Yeah.
Feel like we always make it back here. We both agree that we'll never be more than friends. Is it stupidity or that we're just broken hearts? We've tried it before, but some things just grow apart. Tell me. But here we are. Ready now. Let's go. In each other's arms.
That boy singing. That boy singing, ain't he? All right.
Yeah, man.
Tell us what you're feeling like. Who you're feeling like on this one? Where Lust come from?
Lust is kind of like a situationship type tune.
Okay.
It's like, you know, we only have for one thing. We know we discussed like a possibility of it being more, but we know that ain't gonna work out. But let we just make the most of this moment right now.
You see, the man sway anyway. Gallus moves me some. Gallus moves.
Oh man.
That's the second track where he like, yeah, me really want you like that.
Oh man. You know what?
He just said I want to belong in a movie. 100. Yeah, it really does. Lust is a vibe. The man singing, like I said, for real. This is a real R&B tune, true and true. So how did you get to that R&B vibe? No mixing. This is just straight R&B. How do you get here?
Yeah, like I feel like that's one of the elements I needed. Like I had that song for a while and I've been working on it for a long time. But I feel like if I'm gonna do a project like this, then I have to have this element of it. Like I feel like this is a key part of R&B, you know?
Yeah.
And if I'm gonna say that a lot of my music is R&B based, then we have to add that to the pot as well.
Now that I think about it, this was really like the only pure R&B tune when I think about it.
Yeah.
Huh. Damn. Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, it's like different degrees all different elements. So like you say, that's straight R&B, but we also have stuff that's like dance hall beat, but like more like R&B lyrics, and then you have stuff that's like Afro beats, and then with like R&B lyrics, and then we just kind of mixing it up, you know.
So my favorite, before I listened to the whole thing, I was just listening to the singles, was Cycles. Because I really enjoy Cycles because it's a walk through accountability. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe it's just me. Like I keep ending up in these loops and these cycles, doing the same things over and over again. Maybe it's not them, which I think a lot of us need more of: accountability and self-awareness. So that's another track that you're really, you were singing on for real.
You gotta switch it up, man. You gotta switch it up.
Yeah, you're doing your thing on the whole album. Now, since this is your first one, but you have singles, right? How did you determine which singles to put on this one that you already had, though? Like I said, I was introduced to you by Thank You. That wasn't on here, and like I think there's a couple more that didn't make it. So how did you do that?
Just kind of songs that I feel had a common thread that could work together, that could tell the story. So I had maybe about 25 to 30 songs that I just kind of narrowed down over time. I was like, okay, this order gonna tell the story. Nah, that don't work. Switch it up. This order gonna tell the story. Nah. Try again. Okay, this, but maybe not this one. Let's replace that one. So it was a process.
So even the track listing, that was specifically to tell a story too.
Yeah, because if you notice, right, like each song title is kind of like a reason why things either didn't work out, or as you get closer to the end, it's kind of like a resolution, or here's how I feel in this moment.
Speaking of resolution, the last track is Release, and then if I'm not mistaken, you kind of, you put the track on, and it does feel like an exit, like this the last time you come into the therapy, or maybe this the end of your session. So what were you thinking about? How'd you come up with that?
For that one, that was intentionally made as a conclusion, as a wrap up.
Okay.
So I've said all these things. How do we end it? So since I started sounding more anxious, and I started with the exhale, then I kind of wanted to end with the exhale and sounding less anxious, sounding more optimistic.
True. So yes, it does give a more confident, like I got this type of vibe. What was the meaning behind Release? Like obviously it's a release, but what are you releasing?
So everything that I said in it too is like expectations, ideas of people, rather than like getting to know them for who they are. And then I feel like the exhale is a release as well. So to kind of play on that also.
True. All right, man. That was great. We went through the whole, all the snippets that we have, but there's 11 tracks on the album Conditional.
Yep.
He did not tell us what his favorite is, because apparently the babies change, the favorite children change. And
but today the favorite is Selfish.
The Gallish tune. You check it? I check the Gallish tune is the one. All right. So how can people find you? Can you give us the final words? Like what do you want to leave the audience with?
What do I want to leave the audience with? I want people to listen and have those conversations, whether it's internally or among friends, externally. Just kind of like think about where you are in life, what you want the next step to be, and Yeah, you can find me on all streaming platforms. A.Z.I. Album is Conditional. Yeah, and feel free too. Like, if you have any questions or if you want to hit me up about anything, just feel free. I like feedback.
All right. We have another guest coming through. We want to thank you for being here. You know, it was dope. It was great. You go ahead and please get the album. Get Kita's
Yeah.
album. That was dope. Also, like, listen, you're missing out on some great music. And if you're tired of hearing the same thing, if you're old school like me or older, this is definitely an album for you. It's new school, but it has a lot that you can vibe to and get into. I loved it. I'm gonna listen to it, I'm sure, a million more times before I get tired of it. But check out A.Z.I. Did you list your social information as far as like the because some of them are different. Not all of them are A.Z.I. One is like that A.Z.I. and then
Yeah. Let me see if I remember. Yeah. On Instagram, the.azi. What else? Facebook, you can just type in A.Z.I. SoundCloud, the_AZI. Yeah, on everything.
all right. All right, go ahead and follow him. Subscribe. We have another St. Johnian. I tell you, St. John got talent today.
Of
There's
course, you don't know. Hey,
You
look,
muted.
look.
So I know St. John only got 3 people, so I know I got to know
Don't
each
do
other.
that. Don't do that.
Wow.
Don't do that.
I feel so
Don't-
disrespected
Don't do that.
from one end to the next. Wow. From our big cousin St. Croix. What?
Wow.
Crazy.
But thanks for coming on, man. Big up yourself. Love to have
Yeah,
you
man,
on
thanks
this
for having me.
podcast again. Let us know. All right. Peace. Hey, Liv.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm great. Today's Sunday. It's a nice little relaxed day. I'm doing good. How are you?
What's up? I'm good. That's the first half. So knocked out a good portion. Listened to some good music. Last week was my birthday. Was it last week? Yeah.
Oh, happy
last week.
belated.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Almost doing what? You a Libra? Are we in Libra season?
Yeah. For a couple more days. It's almost done. Like, we could let them Scorpions through in a little bit.
Wow. Don't let them come for you in the comments because they will.
They're going to come for us anyway. That's the thing I noticed about Scorpios, right? They'll be quiet up until Libra season start. Then all of us, just for them to be boring. But it's fine. It's cool.
You gotta stay
Whatever.
out of the mix, you know. I just gonna just stay on my side. You know, as Tauruses, we don't like to compete.
Oh,
you know.
God.
We don't like to compete. You know how
I
we
don't
do.
like to-
We choose to compete. Yeah, we don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want that.
See,
at all.
we lying today. Okay. See, we just started lying like nothing.
I don't even know how, like, we would. I don't want to be the person to be like, oh, Taurus is the best. I don't want to be that person because I've met a couple of Tauruses and I'm like, you ain't part of my sign. We don't claim y'all. But, you know, every sign has its good and its bad. Scorpion, so I must say I love them from a distance. Let me just say
I
that.
get along well with Scorpios. I really do. I get along well with them. They're very low. But when they sting you, it's problematic. Like, it's very bad. But
I feel like they only sting when they feel like they have to protect themselves. Like Scorpions only, even if it's like you coming from a place of love, they are so defensive. They're like, look, I'm going to sting you because I feel hurt. I don't even care. They're watching like, I don't even care if this is right. They're like, you could be coming from a place of love and they would be like, nah, I don't care. I'm going to defend myself. They're very defensive. Very.
See, that's what I'm talking about right there. You hit it on the head. Like they will sting you just in case you're gonna hurt them. You know what I'm saying?
It's like a precautionary measure that they making sure I hurt you before you hurt me. I ain't got time to like weigh this out.
Like you felt the niceness. Here's this thing, just so you know I have one still. You know what I'm
Just so you
saying?
know, don't play with me. Like, I feel like they having a little, what's it called, a little sting in the back, just to let you know, walk with
It's
caution, because
yeah.
I know it's sting.
You ain't gonna die, but it's there.
You might fall down, you might be a little poisoned, your heart might be broken. Listen, scorpions are known to give a little heartbreak.
Man.
They're known for that. But then
If
you'll be
Tanisha-
all right, man. This is character development. You'll be all right. You'll be all right
Exactly.
after this thing.
Oh man, if only Tanisha was in here, she would agree. But yeah, so thanks for coming in. We have a couple topics that we want to talk about. This is the self-proclaimed yapper from TikTok.
I feel like we need to have more people self-proclaiming, because the more you claim something to yourself, the more you show up as that. Like, it just builds an internal level of confidence for you. So yes, I'm a multifaceted yapaholic. It says it in my bio. Like, at this point, you don't know me for yapping.
You know how they say that people like reclaim something, like we've reclaimed the N-word. So yapping, she just yapping. She's reclaimed that, and she's.
Are you kidding me? Because I feel it has such a negative connotation. Like, oh yeah, people just like to talk a lot. Like, there's a lot of interesting conversations that can come from yappers. Not all yappers, so some people really just be talking.
Exactly.
But I feel like I have enough information in my brain about a lot of really delve topics to share my experiences enough to yap about.
How do you deal with, when you come on? You have great topics, by the way. You know what I'm saying? You touch on really a diverse list of topics first and foremost, but you also go into some stuff that we need to be talking about. It's not just, like you said, it's not just yapping, because a lot of them TikTok lives on VIE, I don't be talking about nothing.
Don't get me started.
You didn't, because stop sending me that invite.
Like, I feel like when they see that you have a platform, it's like, oh yeah, let's get them on the platform. Let's get them on the live, bro. And then you join the live, and they're not talking about nothing on that live. Just up there, literally just yapping about nothing. Things that you have a platform you could be utilizing for both. Like, I'm not saying that every day you need to have a woke conversation, but at least just balance. It's about balance. Like, they don't have any type of balance on it. So I guess in my point of view, I handle it by just being myself. Like, if I know that this is not what I'm signing up for, I don't engage in certain stuff, especially like hate comments, because I already got it in person of people saying, you talk a lot on your platform. Well, you don't have to watch me. Like, you don't have to watch me. This is the fun part about TikTok. You can say not interested in scroll. Like, I just don't know. I've got that. So,
but what would they expect you to do on your platform if not talk?
I don't know. Like, that's the whole. I think people have missed the understanding of what social media is. And I feel like the last time I was here, I did told you, like, my actual job besides yapping is I'm a social media manager. And so, like, when I tell people, like, I understand the algorithm, I understand the platform, and the whole point of media is to bring across ideas. It's to connect with communities. Like, we're supposed to be on TikTok having think pieces. We're supposed to be doing this. Like, it's not supposed to be, oh, let me show you a day in my life and all aesthetics and all this.
Get ready with me.
It's fake in a sense. Like, it's more of it's like an entertainment piece for a lot of people. But they forget, like, the whole point of media is to connect. It's to talk. It's to give each other ideas.
The social part. I think we've lost that. Like, I think we now have so much access to information and access to other people, but we don't know how to actually connect with them, like, on a different level. Like, I'll go into a TikTok live and they talking, right? But it's like inside jokes. So you want me just watch you talk about things that only your click know.
You in an interpersonal FaceTime call. Like, that's what it is. We just on a big FaceTime call. You just in the comments, but you can't really talk.
I don't be honest. I don't understand it. But hey, that's what we are.
I agree, like, in ways I can't even express right now, because I feel like this is also why people feel like we need to get off the internet and touch grass. A lot of people just need to get off the internet and touch grass. They have lost the element of what social media is. Like, they don't understand to be social. They just think, okay, maybe if I come on here and I show you my life and only my life and not even what happens behind the scenes or anything else, is like, I've made it. I'm the TikTok star of the Virgin Islands. And that's sadly our current reality. And I'm just really, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about certain things because I do want us to obviously do lifestyles in different islands and different places. It just helps us more experience of, okay, that's what's going on over there. But at the same time, it's like some people really come on the platform and are so out of touch with reality. It's like, you need somebody to touch grass. No, they need to touch grass. Like, for real, they're so out of touch with reality that they only think that life exists on social media. And so they only exist on that platform. It's yeah. That's how
You know when I knew like we weren't leaving the house enough, when somebody really told me and meant it, like what Tyler Perry movies show, that's the statistics. Like that's real. Like that's really how like majority of black like our relationships are. And she meant it. She was dead
like
serious.
you truly believe that Tyler
Yes.
Perry is the forum, the groundbreaking.
Correct.
Wow.
That's when I know.
And how wasn't that true? I'm not gonna don't get me wrong. I feel like Tyler Perry does go into people's household. Like he in the window writing us. Man, this man is crazy. He be in the windows at people's family cookouts, dinner tables. He like, yeah, they're going to steal our horror story to make a movie.
Yeah,
Like,
but he'll take the worst parts of it.
oh
Like,
my God. He really is a topic on itself. Like he's a definition of he takes trauma bonding and plagiarizes it on a global audience. Like he makes y'all bond over the trauma from a fictional story. Like, it's crazy.
I think trauma porn is a great term for what he does, because he loved to see Taraji P crying or something. Like,
Yo, in every
Jesus.
movie, she has no happy endings in any movie she's in.
never.
But on his end, yeah. Any movie I can think of Taraji actually being happy, it wasn't a Tyler Perry movie.
Hell no.
Like,
That's not her role. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's typecast to cry.
she's supposed to be the sad black woman and everything. It's like,
Yeah.
they even
But
think
why,
that somebody believes that though.
but why we can't have no Hallmark type Tyler Perry movies? You know what I'm
I
saying?
think
Like,
Hallmark is too far-fetched for black people.
really?
Like, black people ain't ready. Listen, black people are not ready to see themselves happy. That's the truth.
A lot of black people love to watch the Hallmark movies. So
Because
why we
it's a
can't just-
fantasy. It's like, think of it like you enjoy sports, right? Let me just think of something that men like. You enjoy sports. You like the fantasy of, seeing your team win and enjoying that celebratory win. But do you ever fantasize to the point like you see yourself in those players' shoes? You know that day-to-day, like, I feel like we like to fantasize things and we don't really want to live those things or see ourselves in representing of those things. Like it's a fantasy to see that joyful couple meet on the train in the middle of a Christmas winter Hallmark movie than that being actual reality for black people. Like it's just not, I don't know.
So you don't think they see it and they want it for themselves? Like,
In a subconscious way, maybe.
dismiss the fact that, like, most likely, because Hallmark movies are all the same, she left her man in New York that don't want to stop working to cheat with the good old boy. Let's dismiss that. But you don't think women see, like black women will see, oh, let's go chop down a tree, take it to the house, put some. You don't think they see that and want to do that?
Let's see that. I don't know. Like, honestly, I mean, I'm speaking of my personal experience. As a black woman, I don't think I would watch a Hallmark movie. Like, if it's a black Hallmark movie, I would enjoy it for it being a movie. I don't think I would, like, take it in as, I need to go out there and do this too. There is love for me out there. Man, I don't know. I don't see it like... Because even when you think of like Hallmark movies, they all have the same plot. Tragic backstory of a woman, falls in love with a guy that she never was interested in. And then it just always falls in the same ways. Like the writers are doing the same thing in different fonts.
And it sells every year. It's about to start. It's about to start.
About Christmas time, because they like reaping the joy shoot. They're like, yes, let's collect all the sad, hopeless people during the winter time and make them feel the Christmas spirit.
All right, so tell us in the chat real quick before we go on to the next thing. Would black Hallmark movies sell off in the community? Like, wouldn't you like to see this black family that happens to own a farm and creates Christmas goods. And wouldn't you like to see that? Talk to me. I think Tyler Perry is no different than Derek. My God. I think Tyler Perry is no different than Derek Jackson, Ace Metaphor, etc. They make money off the pain of black women, which feels a little predatory. What do you think about that take?
2 words. Have you guys seen Mia? Is it called Mia Cooper? Is Mia Cooper? It's a movie on Netflix. It's a Tyler Perry movie. And after that movie, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm checked out. There was another movie with Taraji. Wasn't that movie called like Fall? What's it called?
Yeah, I remember.
Recently. Oh, Straw. That's the movie name.
I haven't watched a Tyler Perry movie since the 888 or whatever. Since that, the movie with Kerry Washington, and she had the post office ladies, and they saved. Man, it was a Black History movie. That was the last Tyler Perry movie I watched.
Okay. No, Straw was I feel like that's the biggest last movie he had, and I've never watched it because from just seeing people on TikTok cry, I'm like, you watch a movie to intentionally want to be hurt and be related. I don't know. It's just a lot. It's a lot.
That's what Lifetime is too. That's kind of what Lifetime is for white women. But like when I heard what people were saying about Straw, if that's the name, how they were talking about like this whole bad set of stuff happened all because she couldn't cash her check. And I'm like, this is supposed to be set in 2025 with she direct deposit, and all of us. Okay, all right, whatever. That song.
But it's supposed to relate to the people. It's for the people. It's to keep us together in a big traumatic bond. We're supposed to be bonding over the traumas of Black people.
Yo, is this why we don't have no Black Hallmark movies? Because it is cold and there's nothing else to do. Is that what it is? Black people just don't want to be cold. That's what's going on?
Black people do hate the cold. Let's all collectively agree. Which Black person you don't enjoy being in the cold? Maybe that's what it is.
I prefer it over the heat, honestly. That's real.
Really? So, okay, wait.
Yes.
Do you prefer, think about it in a setting of a Hallmark movie. They're in like the top of like Massachusetts, like close to the Great Lakes of Michigan. They're at peak winter time. Do you enjoy that?
I'm the wrong one to ask. I lived in Alaska for 3 years, in northern Alaska for 3 years.
Okay.
I went to a school for the Navy in Great Lakes, Illinois. Like, I'm the wrong one to ask.
Yeah, so you have fully embraced the winter.
But that's because I'm genetically exposed. I'm genetically, like, engineered to sweat. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I sweat so much. The only thing I can do is change my environment. I've been called a polar bear. I sweat a lot. So in order to offset that, I need to be in 60 degrees.
You need all air conditioning outside of the house. Okay,
Exactly.
I get it. So maybe you're not the best perspective to depict enjoying the cold. I don't enjoy the cold. I still live in Jersey, and that was cold enough.
I'm gonna be like, I can't wait for summer. You'll never hear me say that. I'm not that guy that, like, it's
so
90
this is like
degrees.
your fun season right now.
Yes, but it's still 80 something in Georgia, so it still sucks for me. Honestly, the best Tyler Perry work to me were the plays he did prior to the movie. Amen.
The plays used to be good.
The plays made sense though. They made sense because he could break the fourth wall. He could be cheesy on stage. It's another thing when you get me watching a 2-hour movie. It's not supposed to be funny, but this bald man got a bad wig. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't play well.
It's also like, when you think about it, the shows were theater. Like, he was really using the elements of theater to keep it creative. And that's harder to do when you're editing a movie and it's supposed to be made in a certain way. So
I would love to see TP do a string of shows and movies where people can just be happy instead of struggle city. Listen, you gonna wait till he on his deathbed. Same, I prefer the winter time. See, I'm not alone. I'm not a polar bear.
At least you guys can come together as a polar bear huddle. Y'all can
I
always
prefer
live
to
in the
be
winter.
cold than hot, and I lived in the VI all my life. Another poet. His name is Darren Bear.
Bear. I tell y'all not like the cold.
You
Should
killing
just set
me.
up in the Antarctic together.
Not that cold. Maybe, just a northern state somewhere. You could keep that. I'd rather roast and come an icicle. Hey.
Exactly.
But
See, I wish you.
Hear the logic. Hear the logic, right? If you're hot, you're just hot. If you're outside and you're hot, you're just hot. If it's cold outside, you could put on more layers and you'll be warm.
You ever been so cold like your fingertips start to like get numb to a point? Like I don't like that.
That's like because you're not dressed properly, though. You ain't got no gloves.
Leather gloves with insulate. Nah, man. Nah.
You see,
you ever walked in a blizzard before?
You letting them Hallmark movies fool you. They wearing them light layered gloves, right? Because they're really in Atlanta and throwing fake snow. In the real, you need some real gloves. You check what
I
you
used
say?
to live in Jersey, so I'm telling you, like I know it is to be in the cold. I hated it. Like, there was nothing. I never liked it. It's not like I didn't get accustomed to the winter. I feel like after like the first year, my body started to get accustomed to winter. But then I was like, it just comes so harsh to you. It's not like a gradual. Oh hey, like especially like now, you said it's 80 degrees in Georgia in the middle of October. Yeah. That's crazy.
I hate that. I hate it so much. Like this is global warming and it sucks.
Yeah.
So if you just joined us, this is the second half of a different day with Ja, and this is where you say your name.
Okay, guys, it's Liv.
Usually my co-host would be here, but we had two guests, so we were kind of packed in. So we have Liv today. We just had A.Z.I. We covered his album review. Amazing album. Go get Conditional by A.Z.I. Now, let's get into it. We got some people that I personally would like to just shout out real quick. Congratulations to Andrew Hairston. He won the hand cyclist race in Detroit Marathon. This 32-year-old man from the USVI posted a time of 1 hour and 25 minutes. I'm not sure if that's fast or not, but he won.
That's what matters. Right. Congrats to you, man. Putting us on the map. Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you. Hand cyclist competition. So that's something you probably wouldn't hear about many places, but big him up. Darren says the low iron folks will hate the cold. They one step away from hypothermia in 50-degree weather. For them girls who chew ice, we're talking to you. We know what you're doing. And we'd also like to shout out Saturday on St. Croix, there was the Bush Cook Chef Cook competition, the annual competition where, as it says, Bush cooks and chefs actually get together and they compete. We'd like to shout out Naomi Harrison of Common Sense. She took home the vegan winner's trophy and she tied for bragging rights. So big her up. You might have seen her, old girl, I forget her name. I shouted out her food too when she came to St. Croix. Dang, I can't remember her name. But big up Naomi. Shout out every single winner and everybody that competed in Bush Cook Chef Cook. Chew ice is crazy. Is it crazy? We know them anemic girls with the blankets.
They do.
They do. Listen. And then they say certain ice. They be
saying the gas station ice is different. Like you can get it at like Quick Stop or like Sonic. Oh no, man.
Listen, there's a reason I know that Sonic Ice used to cost 35 cents. Right? It used to be 35 cents because I had to make them trips. I'm telling you, this is real. So if you find a nice anemic girl, go ahead and settle down, get her some Sonic Ice and a blanket.
Just buy an ice machine. It'd be amazing. She can have her various ice combinations.
It gotta be the right ice. That's the thing. I don't think the fridge ice is good enough.
Like those handheld like ice machines that like you shaved ice, cube ice. Thing. Listen, Ninja has enough machines to fit everybody's palate.
Really?
There's an ice machine out there.
There's an ice machine for your love. Alka gas station, well popular with the ladies. So I hear. I don't even know what they sell for real. But I hear they are popular. So I sent you some videos of what we be talking about. Since you're the guest, I'll let you I guess, pick which topic would you
Hmm.
like to speak on first, man?
Okay, let me go through the list. Is
I
there
know
an
when you
easy one we can tackle
easy one.
first?
That might
I
okay. Yeah, there is. Let's go into this. I guess it's light. But y'all seen what J Lo said on the Howard Stern show? I don't know if you have, but Thanos is talking, and let's check out this video and then we'll get into it.
You think you've truly been loved?
No.
No. And do you think you really have experienced loving someone?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
And when you can't get that love back,
What I learned, it's not that I'm not lovable, it's that they're not capable.
they can't love.
They don't have it in them.
They have
They
no-
need to appreciate the little person inside of
They
them.
have
They
little
need to
to
love
give.
them. Yeah.
You've been in relationships with
And they
people.
gave me what they had.
Right, but
They
it's not
gave me
enough.
all of it. Every time.
But it's this much. It's
All
a
the
little bit.
rings, all the things I could ever want.
Right.
They tried to give me the houses, the rings, the marriage, all of it. But
They didn't love you
they didn't,
and didn't know you.
and I didn't love myself.
Right. It's tough. This is some journey, right?
It is.
And you know, I was thinking about your music. Most of your songs are about love. They really are.
Woo! Between J Lo, Aisha Curry. Oh my God! Stop getting married. Oh man, J Lo is Aisha Curry who didn't get married early. Please, I don't let you cover this
Yeah,
up
this
first.
comment is so funny to me.
Come on. Should we even be getting married anymore? Is there anything us men could do properly? Like, talk to us, Liv. What do you think about that?
First things first. I don't think none of us should be taking J-Lo very seriously because she also claims herself to be Jenny from the block. So there's a lot for her. But I do want to take what she said, that last part, right, of her saying I'm glad she added that in and not trying to make it seem like the men were terrible and she hated men. She said she didn't love herself. That was the biggest thing. She did not love herself. And I think so many, I'm speaking for women here, so many women are seeking love from men and they do not love themselves. And then they get in situations and then they realize, wow, this is not what I want. And it's not because it's not what they mentally thought it would have been. They were seeking approval for themselves in outside sources. The only person that can get approval for you is you. And that, I'm so glad she's at the age where, is it too late? Maybe. But 4 husbands later, she realized, wow, I never loved myself in none of the 4 marriages she has been in. And that was the issue. Like, you give out what you receive for yourself. So if you cannot love yourself, how did she expect to receive love from these people? And that's probably what the husband's case is too, right? Like, they probably didn't love themselves enough to understand that she was giving them love. You can't receive love if you don't have love for yourself. Like, it's just hard to reciprocate something you don't give yourself. I don't know, what's your thoughts?
Thank you for that beautiful synopsis. I'm not gonna be as well said as that because I just can't take her serious. Like, it feel like Howard Stern was feeding her stuff, and she was just like, it felt like she was acting. Am I tripping? Like, it just felt like
very theatrical. It was like, I just, I didn't love myself, and it was 4 husbands. They didn't love me. J-Lo. Yeah, this is Jenny. She had the whole thing from Jenny from the block. Like, I think it was a joke. Like, J-Lo is very pretentious, but
I ain't trust J-Lo since she did that. Since she went ahead and did Kendrick Lamar's song. Like, I don't trust her. But that felt forced. It felt like acting. Like, that was better acting than she had in Enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop. What are you doing? 4 husbands, and you think the issue was they didn't, I don't even know. Like, they didn't love her enough.
She didn't love herself enough to say, you know what, I don't need to be in 4 marriages.
But what does that
by
mean,
the first one, you know, like, I feel like if you have expectations in a relationship and you go, it's a marriage, right? Because we talk about, we're not talking about no playtime.
We ain't even talking about the other guys. Just the marriage.
We're not going there. We're talking about marriages. For you to be married 4 times, that is a you thing. Sorry, women that probably don't think, oh, it's men are terrible, whatever. You can preach that all day. Doesn't mean it's necessarily true, right? Like, you have to at some point come to realize that, what am I getting married for? What was she getting married for? Because you got married 4 times and your only conclusion was they did not know how to love you. Or maybe it's the fact that you didn't have enough respect and love for yourself, that you kept putting yourself in marriages with men that like, I feel like before they got married, she knew that guy did not love her. You do not like talk to a man and then realize after you're married he doesn't love. Like,
Didn't she marry
you know.
one of them twice? Like, I'm so
But then there's not
confused.
4 husbands, there's 3 then.
Cause she married damn, what's his name that played Batman? Didn't she marry Ben Affleck twice? Or
Don't
were
keep
they
up with
together
you.
and then they got married? Like,
They probably were together and then got married. But regardless, I don't know.
okay. So my view, right, is okay. So the comments are saying she took accountability because that little piece at the end. And I feel like that piece at the end was it's kind of like, you know how you're in an interview and the interviewer asks you, what's your weaknesses? And you're just like, my weakness is I just show up too often. Like, I'm always here for you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
like, I don't know. And what does I don't love myself actually mean? I didn't love what does that mean in that context?
That's and for me, if you're in a relationship to the point where you're realizing that person doesn't care about you, that means you are literally causing your own self-afflictions. Like, I feel like she was in a relationship for something else. It wasn't necessarily for love. But I feel like a lot of women are scared to come on the internet and say, hey, I married a man because he was a very famous actor. He had a lot of money and it looked good in the public eye for us to be together. We got together and he was not what I thought it was going to be, but it looked really good. And I was famous for like 5 years. That's what I got from that. I got really famous.
Yeah.
A really good deal. He had a lot of money. We were making a lot of money together, but I don't know. That's what I'm seeing from it. I saw that in the public eye, and
the
then
highlight
you don't
of
like it
her
anymore.
career, the highlight of her career really was her marriages. Selena.
Yeah.
Like, after that, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do we know her for real? Nobody can name an album they bought of hers. I was like, yeah, this is top 10.
That's my favorite J-Lo song.
Man, never has anyone said, man, did you cop that J-Lo album? Never.
I went to that J-Lo concert last week, the one that was in Vegas. You remember that one? Right. Nobody casually, and no offense to J-Lo. No offense to J-Lo. I just think it's at a point where people get on platforms and just like feel like, this is my moment to shine. This is my moment to take accountability for things that I should have took accountability 16 years ago. But I'm older now, so I'm gonna blame it on age. Like, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Let me read these comments. Darren says, oh man, J-Lo is Aisha Curry who didn't get married early. How's she gonna blame them but admit you didn't love yourself? She really blamed the men. So 4 husbands and 8 proposals, but the problem is them. The math not mathing. This is a great question. Can someone fully love you and know you if you don't love yourself though? Just asking. That's a deep question. I don't know if I have a deep answer.
I don't know either.
Because the version of you that loves yourself is different. So is she saying, right, she didn't love herself, so she didn't know not to be with these guys? Is that what she's saying? Like, she didn't realize that
as you grow, you have you have different versions of yourself as you grow. And I feel like if you only love temporary versions of yourself and you don't love all parts of you, it's kind of when you have that conflict. Because maybe at the time, she genuinely that she loved that version of herself, and then she grew out of that version, and instead of like accepting it, it was kind of like I didn't love myself enough to do it, instead of just taking accountability on the fact that maybe at that time I wasn't ready. I don't know. That's how I'm seeing.
Maybe. I don't know if I did that right. Hey, what going on? Big up yourself, man. Big up yourself. We got to stop listening to people who fake sing her own songs and lip sync all her performances. Until women hold other women like J-Lo accountable, they will stay delulu and never grow from their mistakes and blame the men for this shortcoming. You know the thing, stuff like this is easier to say though. Like, sometimes people are so wrapped up in the self-image that saying something negative about themselves, they just can't. Like, it really hurts to say something negative about yourself. I'm gonna say Liv sounds redeemable and logical. What the?
Because I know how to hold myself and people accountable. That's the problem. Nobody wants to be accountable for their actions. They always find a scapegoat. And to back up what you're saying, it's the ego. Like, why would I attack my own ego? My ego is helping me win. Like, that's the issue. They're not seeing that their ego is in the way. They're seeing it as, man, this is helping me become. They think their ego is their confidence. Like, they have a related confidence to having an ego.
The only thing I like from J-Lo truly was her portrayal of Selena. That was an epic portrayal. We love it.
And honestly, my only real memory of J-Lo is Selena. In all honesty.
Definitely did it wrong, but all I say, my bad. Me gonna slaughter your thing again. My bad, dog. Hey, I got some news to read. We had multiple guests, so it kind of threw off the. I know y'all used to listening to me read, so I'm gonna do that real quick, and then we're gonna get back into it. I'm afraid to ask, but what is? Oh God, what is Liv?
We said it earlier.
Why is it that women look up to J-Lo to find themselves? I think a lot of women look up to celebrities. Period. Too many people have idols. That's weird to me.
Nobody want to be themselves. Everybody want to be the person they think they can be through another person. They're is it vicariously? That's the word I'm looking for. Living through other people every day.
When I hear somebody like idolizes someone, it makes me look at you differently from off top. Like, I could understand loving Beyonce, but when you like idolize,
Don't let them.
I don't care.
The beehive gonna come for you.
Just like, share, and subscribe. If you come for me, make sure you share the video. Tell other people to hate it too. I miss it though. Please repeat and hope it's not Virgo. It's a Taurus.
No, I'm a Taurus. Don't confuse me with the other earth signs, please.
I don't know if that's better or worse, but she's a Taurus. All right. All right. So we're gonna read these real quick, then get back into it. All right, Governor Albert Bryan Jr. has introduced two major pieces of legislation to the 36th legislature, with the most sweeping proposal centered on a territory-wide minimum wage increase designed to strengthen the private sector workforce while supporting economic stability. I bet y'all thought I was going to be bad news. Look at that. Under the proposed act to increase the minimum wage, the Virgin Islands base pay would rise from $10.50 to $15 an hour over 3 years. It increases to $13 next year, $14 in 2027, and $15 in 2028. Legislatures earlier moved to raise government employees' minimum salary from $27,000 to $35,000 in a single step. I objected to that approach because it bypassed union negotiations, created unsustainable budgetary pressures, and risked triggering inflation, Brian said. I could have swear that was just get back for him not getting his raise, but apparently not. What we are proposing here is the opposite: a phased, responsible increase that strengthens the private sector workforce, lifts wages for all, and does so in a way that supports long-term economic stability. The governor added that the plan will have broad economic benefits, stimulating consumer spending, reducing poverty, and helping families build generational wealth. He noted that the measure is part of a wider economic vision to ensure that growth and prosperity reach every household and business. The second proposal, an act to support small-scale distilleries and breweries, would amend zoning laws to allow microbreweries and microdistilleries as conditional uses in agriculture and certain residential districts, but only after public notice, community consultation, and formal approval from the Department of Planning and Natural Resources and the Department of Agriculture. The bill aims to bolster agriculture-driven innovation, giving local farmers and small producers the opportunity to transform their crops into marketable products while preserving the island's deep-rooted rum-making tradition. Both measures have been transmitted to the legislature for consideration. Governor Bryan urged senators to act quickly, stating that the proposals, one supporting wage growth and the other expanding small-scale manufacturing, are integral to advancing entrepreneurship, economic mobility, and prosperity across the Virgin Islands. All right, Liv, what do you think about that? Wait, before you say anything, hold on. Disclaimer. The views and opinions on this show do not necessarily reflect the views of the broadcaster 101.3 Raw FM. All right, what do you think about that? Sounds good, doesn't it?
Well, I made a video, 3 videos actually, a 3-part.
3? Okay.
Yeah, it was like a 3-part series because I got a DM on my Snapchat from, I guess, a viewer and someone who actually cares about the community. They were basically asking me, let's see if I can remember off of word for word, but they were asking me, how does the VI basically like makes it bulk of its money, and how we making all these millions and trillions of tourism, and you know what the governor is saying we're making all this money for, and why doesn't the roads and the schools are not fixed? And he was just explaining like they want you to know how the money gets trickled down. And so I made a 3-part video because the question was for me to post it on TikTok for me to explain. Anyways, I went down and explaining in 3 parts. I had a whole flow chart of how, you know, the VI, we get money from the private sector, and you have your GRT and all these good things, your citizen systems to get money from the top to get trickled down to the government, and then from the government dispersed to the people. I feel like the government is about to leave office soon, and he just needs to do something amazing for the people to say that he went out with a bang. I feel like this is what it is. Like he genuinely makes people feel like $15 by 2028, right? That's the projected year. That's 2 years from now. 2027.
No,
So
2028. You're right. It's 3 years. Yeah.
3 years from now.
Yeah.
I genuinely think it's for him to feel better about it. Not noting that in 3 years, $15 will be almost less than minimum wage. Because I think in most states, obviously, it does vary from different states and the type of economic growth and system that they have in the country. But I definitely think for him, this is the ego boost. It's like, yeah, guys, I'm about to leave, so let me leave you with something good. Can it be beneficial for some people? Yes. Will it be beneficial to what he says in that statement, word for word, generational wealth? Absolutely not. You're not giving people the fundamental skills and understanding of how to create generational wealth. You're just updating a number. You know, like generational wealth is not an updated number. It's a skill. It's a mindset. It's a reform of breaking generational financial issues to succeed to the rest. Like, you can always increase the minimum wage. That doesn't mean that the cost of life is not going to keep increasing. Like, we already living day to day. There was an article a New York Times published earlier this year that the cost of living right now is almost, you should be getting paid $20 to $25 an hour. You looking at me and don't think that cost of living is not going to exceed the next 3 years? With the rise of AI and all these craziness, like, you don't think that that's going to change? So I guess, I don't know. I have a lot of mixed feelings towards it. Is it good that he's putting these things into effect? Sure, yes. But in like long term, scaling it to understand, no, I don't think it's gonna building generational wealth is crazy to say for $15 an hour. Like, I don't know how to explain that in any other way, shape, or form. Like, nobody you can watch anyone that has generational wealth. They will not tell you that their ancestors got it by the help of the minimum wage in the country. That doesn't exist. So
okay, let me start it. I agree with everything that you said. I do not understand why, because for this whole, how many terms he's had, it doesn't seem like he's cared for real. And there's been times where hearing Brian talk, it seems like he doesn't realize he's the governor. Like, it still sounds like he's campaigning. If this was me, what I would have, you know what I mean? Like, he'll talk in a way that sometimes it's like, dude, you know, you could do that now. You could do it right now. And then, like, when he talking about minimum wage increases, if he wants to go out with a bang, like, you really just want us to remember this at this way you want to even, and then taking let me not go into the ribbon cutting. Okay, so this way you want to be remembered by, but it's going to go on, and it's still not enough considering that 20 to 25, is that the Virgin Islands? Because I feel like the States is
No, that
Probably.
was like a US thing. That was like a
You see what I'm
US
saying?
cost of living. So just imagine for us who I feel like we're living 3 times more. We're even
Hell
maybe
yeah.
we're close to like New York cost of living. Because New York
Yeah.
is a really expensive state. If not even more,
Hawaii.
hopefully.
If
Hawaii.
you know
No,
anything about
literally
Hawaii,
Hawaii. Like we're a territory that's not functioning at the cost of living of what we're supposed to be. Like we're supposed to actually be living under the cost of living because we're not on the mainland, but we don't function that way. And like when you sit, I feel like it's a big slap in the face. And like he really wants people to clap and be happy. $15?
when
He's
we're
like
already behind. $15 in 3 years.
$15 in that's the shocker. It's 3 years. This is not even saying he's doing this today.
Yeah.
This one said by 2027 or 2028. Like, man, I want us to wake up. Like, when are we gonna wake up and be like, this don't make no sense to who? What person? This $15 to maybe the high schoolers that's legally able to work at Wendy's. That's gonna be a killing for them. Yeah, make y'all money for real.
Yeah, they're gonna
But
be eating.
people can't even afford to buy strawberries in the store.
So Zaid said generational wealth at $15 when $15 is the average plate of food is wild.
Man.
It is a lot of food. The food, it does be a
So
lot.
what plate you get for $15? That's a lot. $15 on I live on St. John. $15 on St. John can only get you one thing of chicken tenders. And then you come in with the fries. Fries is separate. So
But he has to know when it comes to generational wealth, he has to know that if he had said something like leading paths to buying homes, which is one way to get generated, that would have made some sense. But $15 3 years from now, nah. Remember that is incremental. How much for chicken up front? So by next year, it'll be 13 and change, which is that's a good jump from 10.50. That's a good jump. I ain't gonna even front on that day. So I'll give him his flaws on that day. That's a good jump, provided this goes through and it's effective. But I still feel like if you're on your way out, if you really wanted to do it, you could have pushed it all the way to 15 and done. You get what I'm
my
saying?
point. Like, I don't mind if this was a situation where he said he's taking, because it's $10 right now, right? Like if you take it from 10 to 15 by effective of 2026, I would have given this man the biggest clap and say, yeah, man, he did that. He actually did. I would have banned you. 2028, we're a joke to you. We're a joke. Don't even start with KFC. Look, I have a beef with KFC because the price, bro. The prices at KFC need to be discovered. $40 for chicken? Man, weeks ago, we need to look into that.
But you go there, you spend all that money, and they still disrespect you. That'll be what killed me about KFC. They still treat you like trash.
They don't want to give you no condiments, nothing. Like, man, I just pay all this big money.
And on top of that, they want to increase Port of Authority fees that affect St. John folks the most. Yeah? Heard about that also. But the second part of the bill, microbreweries, micro distilleries, and then like we talking about rum again. Is that what we really need? More alcohol? When you talk about agriculture, this is what you came up with when we lost Island Dairies.
He sat down and said, our main driving is rum. Like, we don't have a crippling alcohol addiction problem in the Virgin Islands right now. People is waking up at 8 a.m. taking shots, and we pushing sophomore rum. Yeah, serve to the alcoholics.
With a hospital in terrible condition, or hospitals, clinics in terrible condition, basically down to the last dregs of an ambulance service. You want more rum, and then agriculture on a place as big as St. Croix, especially. That's what you came up with? Microbreweries? You didn't think maybe sugar exports or anything?
Even mango. At least something. We could have did something.
Just grow them and sell them. What are we talking about? Just grow the food, then sell it. No, we got grow the crops, then turn it into alcohol. Nah.
At the end of the day, the marketing for that, who gonna buy it? Campari and Hennessy and Tito's, we can't compare to them. Like, It done been there so long. What are we gonna do? We don't even really export Crucian rum, do we? Like I think the distiller maybe still in St. Croix through Captain Morgan. Yes or no?
Hold on. That would have
But
been
I
an
know they're
easy.
bottled and distributed in Illinois.
You
So they're
said,
not even.
what was the question again?
Do we still like manufacture Crucian rum? Because like I know it's bottled and distributed through Illinois.
No, there's still an actual manufacturing place on St. Croix.
Okay.
Yeah,
They
there's
see
still
how
they do tours. They do tours and stuff. So yeah. Yes, the Crucian Rum Distillery is located on the island of St. Croix. Yes, correct. Rum is boss. That's for a fete, not for jobs, not for like money. Rum runs in VI sadly. Does it though? Are we making money like that for real? I know they love to talk about the rum cover over and all of that, but then we just talked about it 2 weeks ago. Even that money is not enough money. They're behind on the payments. I realize we have alcohol problem when you see first birthday parties and have a heap of rum, like 20-something bottles on a table. Yeah, between us and the Mexicans.
Yo, they be hiring bartenders.
And you know, frontline, but I ain't gonna call nobody. And you know, Blank is near a lot of farmland. It's a crazy word for real. But more seriously, I have co-workers who come from the mainland to be farmers here. I was surprised, so they should definitely focus on agriculture more. We have space for it. You know what I'm saying? We have room for it. Liv, I don't know if you know, but your camera went off. We certainly have the space for the agriculture, for the farming, for all of that. Why don't we use it for those things? I will never understand it. Could we get island dairies replaced, please? Please? Oh man. But anyway, next topic. We're going to the nation now. We're going off island. The Trump administration is working on doubling Argentina financing to $40 billion, whereas it used to be $20 billion. They're doing a currency swap with Argentina because these two that you're looking at are good friends. Why we're doing it, I'm not quite sure, because the Argentina peso has been down for 10 years. It's been down for over a decade. The Trump administration is looking to provide an additional $20 billion in financing for Argentina through a mix of financing from sovereign funds and the private sector. That would come on top of the $20 billion credit swap line that the U.S. Treasury pledged to Argentine President Javier Milei and his government this month to bolster the South American nation's collapsing currency. We are working on a $20 billion facility that would complement our swap line with private banks and sovereign funds that, I believe, would be more focused on the debt market. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent told reporters Wednesday. He called it a private sector solution and said many banks are interested in it and many sovereign funds have expressed interest. At a White House meeting Tuesday with Milei, Republican President Donald Trump said his administration wanted to help our neighbors with the aid package. But he also suggested that the money could be pulled if Milei's party did not prevail in the October 26th midterm election. So whoever wins, you may or may not receive $20 to $40 billion. And a part of the funds are trying to be privately raised, which I guess we shouldn't care about that. But the $20 billion, the original $20 billion would come from taxpayers. And we have no say in that. This is in the meantime, the government is currently shut down and he's fired over 4,000 government workers. But let's give money to Argentina, who is also our biggest competitor for soybean sales to China. What were you going to say, Liv?
Like 20 billion to be exact, not like some small chump change that we like giving $1 million or $2 million. $20 billion. Taxpayers' money being and like we do have bigger fish to fry. They're supposed to be voting on ending the shutdown tomorrow. Hopefully they do vote to end it. We will see. But this is is at a point where it's like every day that man gets in office and does something and we don't even know. We don't know. Like it's like he told us he's going to do it, he's doing it, and now we don't even know how to conceptualize that it's being done.
Yeah.
Argentina, though, I just think he's trying to get as close as he can to Venezuela. He's just like, I'm gonna find any way to get to the Venezuelans.
Yeah, we gotta get to the oil. We gotta get to the oil.
And it's not even directly Venezuela, but
we need to be able to sustain ourselves. Facts. Lots of space in St. Croix. Yeah. The Mandarin Menace and his bitter orange friends. Shaking my head. I see people are pissed, even MAGA vexed with Trump for this, while America's going broke with the shutdown. Apparently, we have money for Argentina, a new ballroom. Don't forget the ballroom, and Israel, but none for healthcare, education, etc. Political strategy for business-minded politicians. It's not working. That's the thing. Like swapping currency with a failed currency. Like, I'm not a businessman, but that don't sound like a good move.
That don't make any sense.
All right. All right. That's why they pay him the big bucks. Speaking of Venezuela, the U.S. military carried out a strike against an alleged Venezuelan drug cartel boat. That alleged is very important. Thursday in international waters in the Caribbean, and for the first time, there were survivors, according to a U.S. official. The strike is at least the fifth the Trump administration has carried out against boats in international waters believed to be connected to Venezuelan drug cartels. At least 21 people were killed in 4 previous strikes with no survivors. NBC News has reported that U.S. lawmakers have grown concerned about the lack of information the White House is provided about the operations. On Wednesday, President Donald Trump made an extraordinary admission confirming he had authorized the CIA to take unspecified action in Venezuela. Why did you authorize the CIA to go into Venezuela? A reporter asked Trump at the White House. I authorized for 2 reasons, really, he replied. Number 1, they have emptied their prisons into the United States of America. They have? Why did you? And the other things are drugs. We know how well war on drugs go, right? We have a lot of drugs. We have a lot of drugs coming in from Venezuela. The news came as Admiral Alvin Halsey, commander of the U.S. Southern Command, which oversees U.S. military activity in Latin America, and some 1,200 personnel, said he would retire later this year. I wonder why. Halsey said in a statement that he would step down December 12th from the job he only began last November. The Southcom team has made lasting contributions to the defense of our nation and will continue to do so, he said. I am confident that you will forge ahead, focus on your mission that strengthens our nation and ensures its longevity as a beacon of freedom around the globe. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth said in a statement on X that Halsey had exemplified the highest standards of naval leadership without mentioning any reason for his retirement. Can't think of why. Yeah. You got any commentary on the war on drugs in Venezuela?
I have so much things running through my mind. I'm trying to figure out a way how to say it nicely without us being flagged on this platform. Man, first, for y'all, please lay out history on the war on drugs. I need everybody to at least pick up a book, watch a documentary, do something about the war on drugs, because America has like this very sick addiction with, we need to fight. Drugs are killing, and it's always pushed to the youth. Drugs are killing the youth, and we need to fight against drugs. And then you find out who's really doing the drugs, and it's like, oh, we're not even opening that kind of worms. Venezuela, man, I feel like we need to bring back context clues, like in reading, because people are taking this information as, oh, this is real, like he's doing this. It's alleged. Like nothing he's saying about the Venezuelan cartels are accurate. There's no proven accuracy. It's alleged and believed. You know what it is to believe that it is a Venezuelan cartel and you might have just bombed a good fishing boat? Like, you know how insane that is? And I'm so happy to hear that they are survivors. Sorry to hear the people that are lost. But it's like, I don't know why this is not like pushed to the forefront and more people are not upset as what's going on. This is happening in our waters. This is happening right here in the Caribbean waters. This is not too far-fetched. Like, this is not some far overseas in the Middle East war. This is happening here. And before you know it, there's only going to be a certain amount of time before Venezuela feels attacked and it's going to start a war. to that. Secretary of War sounds so dystopian as a title to be. You are a secretary to administrating war, and he's only been in position for under a year, like about a year, November of last year to now, and he's retiring and he has no reason to retire. I don't know, man. How do you guys feel? There's a lot going on there.
Yeah, tell us how you feel about that in the comments, please. Let us know what you think. Zaid said he deserves to be admitted to the room with padded walls because he said he deserves a Nobel Peace Prize. How do you, on one end, damn near beg to receive the Nobel Peace Prize, but everything you do, you put the word war?
You invoke violence and want peace is insane.
Like, it's a war in Chicago, war on Memphis, war on drugs. We got the Secretary of Defense added a nickname to the now he's the Secretary of War. It's his nickname.
Not even defense. Forget about protection. We are fully promoted war.
Literally,
war makes money though.
Yeah, not. Bush tried that, didn't he? Look what happened. We ended up in a recession. Literally, the fishermen are very apprehensive to fish in deep waters now. If I'm not mistaken, do not quote me, but there was reports of a Trinidadian fisherman, fishing boat getting hit or something, and people were hurt. Y'all go look that up. If I'm not mistaken, all of this to feed his ego. Nasty word. But why we listen? And then VI people are so happy when those battleships pull in to port. They're going to war with narcos.
I'm so happy you brought this up because I was telling my mom that the other day. Oh, VI people are on Facebook. Oh my God, the Navy ship, they're spending so much money at the local restaurants and bars. They're playing rum because they're preparing to go to war. They're preparing to go to war. They are drinking away the last happiness they can have before they go and fight war. Like, do we not understand? Why would the Navy be in the Virgin Islands for no reason besides they're going to go and fight? If people are deployed, like, are they just casually taking a cruise because they enjoy the Virgin Islands' beautiful beaches and sunshine? No, they're in the Navy. They're deployed to go fight. Man, I don't know, man. We brainwashed.
Yeah, they're so happy because of businesses, which I'm happy that it gives the economy a boost. First of all, yes, thank you. My issue is that one, it's temporary. Two, is it worth it? The bigger the Navy vessel, the bigger the issue. That's how you should see things, right?
I don't know why they're not seeing it that way. This is not no small ship. You guys, the size of that ship, that is 10 times as bigger than a regular average cruise ship. That means they're going to war. This is a world war, whatever you want to call it. Like, that's the type of ships that's docking up in Crown Bay. Like, this is not a fun time right now.
So they seen an amphibious ship pulling, right? Amphibious ships. I'm a former sailor. Amphibious ships mean there's Marines on there. So you might think this is, from what you're hearing, that this is at sea thing. Why would you need a ship that pulls up to shore if this is for sea battles? Think about that. Amphib ships are Navy ships that carry Marines. All right. So if you ever used to read your English teacher used to make you read paragraphs, you know what I'm saying, and pull out stuff, think about that. It's an amphibious ship that pulls up to shore and lets Marines out the back of it. Why would they do that? All right. He always designated some ghost enemy. Shaking my head like Antifa, man fighting an ideology. They have no website, no nothing. And then you're going to ask people if they're Antifa. Does that mean you're pro-fascist? Like, do y'all think about that other step? Imagine the population left behind, the pollution left behind. Correct. Because it does leave a lot of pollution behind. But yeah, no, I want to lighten things up. No, I want to try to lighten things up. I mean, damn. My bad. All right, so we covered all the news, man. So let's see what video clips we could do. If I have something that might be funny, I do have something that's actually funny. But should we go into what I showed you or something else? Tell me. I'll leave it up to you. You guess.
I know that the only other thing, the kid video was nice with the teacher.
Okay.
That's a nice little light segue to make the audience laugh.
All
That was
right.
nice.
So to the parents, right? Personally, I don't like this, but for the parents, I want to know what you think. How would you feel if you went online and you saw this?
I'll just asking her.
Who broke your heart? How did Amori break your heart, Terrence? Wait, let him answer, please.
She broke my heart with her hand.
She broke your heart with her hand. How? What did she say to break your heart? What she said? That you can't be Alana's boyfriend? Amori mean business with you. Amori mean business. That's what she mean. Amori, why you told him he can't have no girlfriend?
Because Jesus don't like that.
You heard that? She said Jesus don't like that, Terrence. Terrence, get yourself together. Terrence, who boyfriend you want to be? Wait, Lily, who boyfriend you want to be? Oh, you want to be? You, Alanis? Your daddy know that, Alanis?
That's not friends.
What do you think about this? What do you think about this, Liv? I'll let you go first.
Preschool love. I think it's funny. I do think I'm not a parent, so I wouldn't know how the parents feel. But as somebody, it was pretty funny to me. Do I think she is being messy as a teacher? Extremely. She was being really messy, even telling them, wait your turn, respect everyone. She was teaching them to respect their feelings and express themselves. So I guess we can look at the bright side. That's how I feel. But in a classroom, is this like during class time? It looks like it's during class times.
That's the thing. I don't know if this was like a recess time or.
If it's recess, I guess that's a great way to facilitate expression, because she did teach them like how do they feel, and that's something that a lot of teachers now like they don't even care to tap into, especially for younger kids. So I do think that was important. Boyfriends though in preschool is crazy, but when they're just bringing it like, yeah, I need a preschool boyfriend. And Terrence crashing out. It's he flung himself in the backseat like, man, I can't have both of them.
Yeah, I know, right? He already learning how to be a gallus. He caught in already, and then he got a Latina girl, like she all over him. He learning that Latina women are already clingy. Like, man. Oh my God. Okay, as a parent, right? As a father, I would hate to go online and see the preschool. I don't care if it's recess, lunch, what. Pick up some sight words. Why? Can they spell boyfriend? What are you talking about? You get this thing like it's Flavor of Love season reunion or something. What going on? I didn't like to see it personally because for one, I know how much preschool costs. Them things like kindergarten and stuff, if it's free, yeah. But why? And then she's using these children as content. Did she get pre-approval for this? That's kind of weird to me. Well, using children as content, man, and then boyfriend, girlfriend, you get them hugging up. She ain't breaking it up. I mean, that opens the door for a lot of things. I don't know. I could be tripping, but y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments, man. I don't like it. Pick up some sight words. That's my thing. But you thought it was cute.
I thought it was funny. I don't know if they're doing this every day. I don't know. I mean, I do deal with kids. I don't deal with preschoolers. Like the youngest I deal with is 6. So, but they have drama. They come to you with like kids have. Listen, the drama that 6 and 7-year-olds come with me, and I have to solve it as the adult. Is like just because they don't want to play with me. It's like it's real. Like that was Terrence's reaction is a real deal. He's the real deal. They act like that for real. That's what I'm saying. However, I don't think she should have posted online.
Yeah.
So I do agree. I think that's where people have to understand your job and your place. She could have facilitated that conversation and keep it off the internet.
Yeah.
But now it's like I said at the beginning, it's cute and funny. Now it's become entertainment for me. And that's where it's not okay.
That's risky.
Content. They try and be content creators for real. Instead of showing that the kids can't read.
So majority of the comments that I saw, they agree that it was cute. You know what I'm saying? But I don't even trust those comments because that be the same comments when it's little man pretending that he's robbing a bank and he doing a shootout. You know what I'm saying? Like them thing don't be funny to me at all. Watching children cuss and stuff like that, I don't think it's cute.
Yeah.
So I don't like that using children for content stuff is like modern child exploitation. Exactly, because now they gain views up and all of this other stuff. Did you get approval or I'm wondering, did this preschool, because it's a real preschool, did like some parents sign some paperwork and like it's some fine print somewhere like we might use your child's images online and you thought it was cool? You know what I mean? Like I
think we should keep kids in general. I've been saying this, whether it's the parents, the teachers, anyone dealing with children, kids don't turn off the internet. Like I deal with kids and I don't post their kids unless the kids say, let's make a TikTok. And then I also have to ask, do your parents feel comfortable with you being on the internet? 9 times out of 10, the older ones is like a yes, because they're like 12 and 11. But little kids, oh no, I don't put no kid under 12 and 11 on the internet like that. No, it just keep the kids off the internet. Yeah, I don't like how, for me specifically, it's just protecting children. Like we should be doing everything we can to protect kids. I grew up as Gen Z, like the older Gen Z. We had access before parental restrictions came into a thing. And our generation was the main reason why Google and all these platforms decided, we might need to put some guidance and restrictions because of us. Because we saw things that we didn't need to. And I think that's the issue is like, we have things created to keep kids intentionally off the internet, but yet we have adults literally winning and using it and exploiting it because they know the kids can't have it themselves. I don't like that. Like, it's like we really don't protect kids as much as we need to as a society, and it's really sad.
It is. Yeah, I think we had a great conversation. Thank you so much, Liv, for coming through again. It was dope. Whenever you ready, come through. I don't know if Ibarra is still in there, but trying to get him on for next Sunday to co-host. Ibarra, if you're there, come through. Whenever, like if you want to be on the Same Difference podcast or on a different day, let us know. You're like family now. This is second trip. Thank you for coming through. It was dope.
Of course, it was a pleasure. I appreciate you guys all the time.
Oh, man.
I love the platform.
Thank you. Why he had to say this? Why he had to say this?
Oh my gosh. I just read this stuff.
Yeah, I don't even want to say that out loud. All right. Can you tell the people, what's your final words, how they could reach you, how they could follow you and whatnot?
Okay, yes. Hi guys. Before I close off, I want to say that I am a co-exec for a Little League softball team here on St. John, and we are hosting a soup sale next week at Cruise Bay. Please show up next week, Sunday, October 26th. It means a lot for the girls. We are raising our fundraising to get them out the country and also play in the league here for the season coming up next year. So we're really excited for our soup sale, but you guys can also follow me on all of my social medias at the Vogue Vista _ on Instagram, and then it's the Vogue _ Vista on TikTok. So y'all find me. I'm always there. I go viral pretty much every other day. So y'all gonna find me eventually. So yeah.
A little humble brag. I like it. No, you don't have to apologize. I just my stomach weak, man. I don't even like to think about them kind of things, Jack. No need to apologize though. But Same Difference also is throwing a event November 1st on the beautiful island of St. Croix, and we'd love to have you. It is themed for, Central High School alums, but everyone is invited. It's called Caravana, November 1st at Ambiance Cocktail Lounge. It's from 5 to 9 p.m. that perfect time. If you're older, especially, you get that day party vibe. You get food, and then you go sleep. So we got 4 hours. We'll be partying with Party Jesus. He's gonna be the DJ. We have a live performance from Miss Tina Angel. This is her first live performance. Local artist, beautiful music along the lines of Janae Aiko and them. And this is the menu for Caravana. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, good food from Sweet and Spicy Sensations.
I'm gonna take a flight.
Yeah, come true, please. Come true. See them horse doers? Fried cheese balls, fried mahi bites, crab salad with crackers, kebabs, chicken and shrimp, riblets, mini pate, wings, and we don't have no sponsors. This is expensive. Like, please buy the tickets at Come True. Then we got desserts. We have desserts provided by the sweet stuff. We have cakes and pates and tarts. Listen, I Come True, man. November 1st, Ambiance Cocktail Lounge. Get your tickets on Eventbrite. Caravana, Carabana. All right, that's it for me. Support your own, support local people. Go ahead and follow 101.3 Row FM, the #1 station in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Follow Same Difference, and let people know about A Different Day with Ja and Nisi. She'll be back with me next Sunday, trying to get Ibarai on there too. Love to have the guy. We just talked about his new project with Jelani Kendall. It was a collab project. It was dope. All right, so let's talk. See you next Sunday between 4 and 6. See you guys. We love you. We out. Peace.